Guys, it is finally here. WWE and Monday Night Raw about to be premiering on Netflix, and we've been hearing it for the last fucking whole year, it feels like. Well, technically, it has been. Tiffany Straton is finally WWE Women's Champion and finally cashed in her Money in the Bank contract, and it probably was one of maybe the top 5 greatest cash-ins of all time. We got a bunch of news on that, and we got a bunch of news on The Rock confirming WWE Raw that he will be there on his Instagram account. And Triple H on WWE Raw having a runtime. It'll be flexible. So much more to get into, but let's hit that intro.
I want to get off my chest. In anybody else's hands, this is a microphone. In my hands, it's a pipe bomb. I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and believe. Know what I want, so I'll take it on.
And with that being said, what is going on, everybody? And thank you all very much for joining me here on Pardon the Pipe Bomb. This is gonna be a random one, but I figured that I come on here because, dude, it is a doozy of a time to be a WWE fan. I know I always say this on this podcast. I'm not a AEW hater. It just can't compare. It doesn't compare to what WWE's heights are as of this very moment. We got a bunch of news out there. The Rock is all but confirmed. We don't know if he's going to be there, but maybe he's just promoting his show, or so be it, with WWE and TKO that he owns, basically. Said on his Instagram that The Rock is going to be coming back, supposedly. But he put a Instagram story out there of his family and all that good stuff on his Instagram story. Or did he do an Instagram post? I'm not really sure. But after a lot of speculation, The Rock has confirmed that he will be appearing on WWE Monday Night Raw Netflix premiere. And this could indicate whether The Rock plans on wrestling at WrestleMania 41. I mean, he confirmed the news this morning on Instagram that he is going to be returning, like I said. But now, here comes the question. Is he going to be facing Roman Reigns? Are we going to get what we wanted for the past 3 years, but Cody Rhodes' initiative took over that plan? And there were multiple reports out there that The Rock is not being slated for WrestleMania 41. But with The Rock owning WWE, basically, he can come and go as he pleases whenever that he wants. So it doesn't really matter what the reports are out there, what dirt sheets are saying out there with The Rock. Everybody knows that The Rock is going to be at WrestleMania 41. You can't believe Sean Ross Sapp, or whatever his name is. Can't believe Dave Meltzer. Dude, the only people that know what The Rock is going to be doing are 3 people, I think. It's the owner of TKO, I'm forgetting his name, The Rock himself, and Nick Khan. Maybe Triple H. But if things want to be kept secret, I think that the less people know, the better. So with all those dirt sheets out there, you really can't tell if he is going to be coming back or not, or if he's going to be slated for WrestleMania 41. It's all speculation out there. But with The Rock coming back, you know that Netflix had a say in it that we want The Rock, we want Roman Reigns, we want Cody Rhodes. I mean, it's inevitable. So everybody who is out there thinking, Roman Reigns is going to be facing The Rock, it's probably going to happen. I mean, things could still go up in the air with CM Punk and Roman Reigns, or it could be The Rock and Cody Rhodes, or it could be Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, or Cody Rhodes versus John Cena at main event WrestleMania. We don't know. But it is such a good thing and a nice, refreshing taste that we are getting, that they are having right now be WrestleMania season and not just have WrestleMania season start at the end of Royal Rumble. And Triple H, I applaud you for everything. And speaking of Triple H, my cheap little segue there. Triple H and WWE Raw on Netflix, the runtime, he says it will be flexible. Now, today's date is January 5th, 2025. 2025, right? I don't even know anymore. Yeah, 2025. Fuck it. Whatever. But tomorrow is January 6th, 2025. It's going to be the debut of Monday Night Raw on Netflix and WWE's massive deal with Netflix. And the speculation was out there that at first Netflix wanted to switch days with Raw potentially maybe being on a different day. That got squashed. And they kept it on Mondays, thank God. And now there are speculations that it could be a little shorter than 3 hours due to Netflix being a flexible runtime. And this is a report out there on WrestlingNews.co. And Triple H discussed this while speaking with Jimmy Trania on SI Media Podcast. And here are the highlights from this article that I'm about to read off of you. And the question was, how long the show will be? And Triple H, he answered, it will be flexible, and I don't necessarily know the time constraints of the network televisions or cable televisions apply. It's a slightly different platform, much like episodic shows. They have the ability to do whatever the show needs to have done. If this episode needs to be an hour, great. If it's an hour, if the next episode needs to be 42 minutes, it's 42 minutes. It's what makes for the best product. I'm not saying that we're going to be 42 minutes, but clearly we'll deliver the product in a way that is best for Netflix and their business model and best for our storytelling. Now, a lot of people are kind of having mixed feelings on this and saying that they're going to... I look at this as a good thing because when USA Network or when Fox would be really hard on the cut time, because back in the day when I would watch Raw or SmackDown, the shows would have a runoff time of maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Monday Night Raw would always end at 11:03, 11:02, something like that. And SmackDown, I don't remember much of that, but I'm pretty sure that it was like the same thing. But as of this year, they were really hard on the cutoff times. Really hard that when it was 11 o'clock, show's done. And so now with this, I think it's a great thing. Because if, say, like back then, we would always be like, all right, 3 hours is too long. Now we're just doing filler match after filler match. And then, oh, here's the main event. Okay, that was stupid. I wish that I didn't have to stay up all night for this shit. Now, WWE Raw on Netflix, they can just be like, all right, well, okay, we want this to happen tonight, this happened. So let's make sure that this is the main event. And they don't have to worry about any cues that, all right, hey, you got a minute left. Let's wrap this up. Or when the red light would come on for the superstars to know, hey, it's time to wrap this thing up. Now, like, if we're watching, and let's say that if we're watching on Netflix and it's 10:50 and the main event is just starting, we're going to know, okay, there's going to be a DQ or there's going to be some fucked up finish. But now, if it's 10:50, we don't know if it's going to end right at, like, obviously it's not going to end at 11. The unpredictability is endless. We're not going to know what's going to happen. Is it going to be a fucked finish? Like, if a match is going to start at 10:50, are they going to go 20 minutes? Are they going to go 50? Now it creates more opportunities for the superstars to continue telling a great story inside that ring. So I'm very, very excited for Netflix tomorrow. Me and the boys, if you guys want to go listen to their podcast, it's a Set in Stone podcast. And I might make an appearance or two on there. And with that being said, and there are going to be a lot of people excited for Monday night tomorrow. And Hulk Hogan has been discussed to make a WWE appearance. Now, me, I can really give two shits about Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I appreciated him. I enjoyed his work back in the day. My best friend is a huge Hulk Hogan fan. He doesn't really watch wrestling anymore, but I mean, Hulk Hogan is still a huge fucking draw. But WWE fans could see more of Hulk Hogan on television in the near future after having had a limited role with the company in recent years. Hogan's last appearance on WWE TV was last January, when the company celebrated 40 years of Hulkamania in WWE with footage of Hogan defeating the Iron Sheik in 1984. Hogan cut a promo about the current stars and teased a Royal Rumble appearance by stating, "I might have one left in me." I really hope that's not fucking true, because it would just be like another fucking Ric Flair saying, "Oh, I got one more in me." No, you don't, dude. You almost fucking died inside that ring. But yeah, Hulk Hogan, he was at Raw's 30-year celebration the year prior to that, and Hogan appeared in an advertisement for WWE Saturday Night's main event later this month during this week's WWE SmackDown. And Fightful Select that they are reporting that Hogan has been discussed for some upcoming appearances with the company. There's no word yet on the specific dates. Hogan's Real American Beer was spotted on the new ring mat for WWE that has several sponsors on it. And so he cut a promo for Saturday night's main event. He could be at the Raw's premiere on Netflix. There were rumors that Stone Cold Steve Austin was going to be coming on. That got scrapped. Maybe he just didn't want to come on. And I know that Stone Cold is living his best life, and he doesn't really need or want to be a part and ruin any of the characters on WWE as of this moment. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I'm not reading any sources. That's just me. That's how I feel about it. But speaking of the ring mats, I want to give you guys my opinion on it. The ring mats that I see this past Friday on Friday Night SmackDown, I liked it. It didn't bother me. I didn't hate it. But what I really, really don't like is the new mats that could possibly be for Monday Night Raw. And the tweet that I saw is from Wrestling News. And it has 9 sponsors on the ring mat. Not on the side. It's all around the ring mat. There's Real American Beer, there's Cricket Wireless, there's Fortnite, there's Snickers, there's Netflix, obviously, and I can't really read all of the other logos. But regardless, if you want to go look it up on Twitter, go right ahead. I'm sure it won't be hard to find, but that I'm not a big fan of. I mean, I don't mind the black ring, but all those logos, all this was kind of gonna happen. It was inevitable that all these sponsors were, because you make a shit ton of money with all that happening, and WWE, they're a business, they're gonna fucking take advantage of it. But I'll say this about Vince McMahon: he was always against having logos on the ring, but it's a new era. And with TKO, the owners, they're looking to expand. They're looking to get more money into the business. So obviously they're going to take a page out of the UFC playbook, and they're going to put logos on the ring. And that, maybe if it was 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe if it was 4 or 5 logos, sure. Have it on each corner and one in the middle. That's fine with me. But with all that, I think probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8 is the fucking maximum. I don't think that you can go any more than that. But like I said, it is a business. What are you going to do about it? And finally, on this topic of the news today, backstage news on Tiffany Straton's newly WWE Women's title win. She cashed in. It was a very, very, very successful title cash in. You thought that she wasn't going to cash in and she was going to stick by Nia Jax's side. Nia Jax retained against Naomi, and then she turned her back on Nia Jax. She's still a heel, in my opinion. It's kind of like the same thing that's going on with Chelsea Green. She's still a heel, but people love her work. People are going to cheer for her. You can't really... I mean, I think that WWE should keep it going as Tiffany Straton is a heel. I think babyface Tiffany Straton is not going to work out just because... She just looks the part. she is I don't want to say it. She's a very good looking woman. And having that attitude of a prissy little bitch, some guys like myself, I like it. And with her personality and her persona, it just fits. So that's a fucking side note. But Tiffany Straton became a top star in WWE SmackDown's women's roster after becoming the WWE Women's Champion. During Friday Night SmackDown, she defeated Nia Jax, and Tiffany Straton cashed it in and did a beautiful moonsault. And Straton held the title for Straton held the briefcase for about 163 days. And at SummerSlam, Nia Jax defeated Bayley to win the title after interference from Tiffany Straton. And this is from PW Insider, reports that the cash-in and title change was planned for weeks and was a closely guarded secret. The report noted it was not known among many that the title change was coming. The decision was planned for SmackDown's expansion, specifically to have a big moment for the USA Network series and Tiffany Straton. And now I guess that there are reports out there that on YouTube, Tiffany Straton has gotten major views. Now, we all know that Tiffany Straton, customized her Money in the Bank briefcase, just like other superstars do. And with everything that has been happening and the amount of attention that Tiffany Straton is getting from this cash-in, I'm hearing that the cash-in is the highest views on Friday Night SmackDown's edition, and with 4 million views and counting. And with that being said, WWE, they're thinking about probably having the title stay the same with like the WWE fucking logo, but they're thinking about maybe possibly customizing the title with Tiffany Stratton and making the straps pink. Now, I don't mind it. Now, if it was another superstar and then they made it pink to try to make it stand out, I would hate it. But since it's Tiffany Stratton, her main color is pink, and she customized the Money in the Bank briefcase pink. So this could be another thing like with MJF with AEW, how he customized like the title. And if they think that Tiffany Stratton is who she is, they're probably going to do it. And it's rumored that she's going to be facing Charlotte Flair at this upcoming WrestleMania and having Charlotte Flair possibly winning this upcoming Royal Rumble. And quite honestly, Tiffany Stratton's a much better fucking wrestler. She's much better on the microphone than Charlotte Flair. And I just think that overall she's moonsaults better than Charlotte Flair. And with that being said, thank you all very much for joining me. That is the final moment of the episode of the podcast. If you guys liked what you heard, please leave me a negative 5-star review or hit that subscribe button on either Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or on YouTube. But until next time, guys, I will see you after Raw on Netflix. I'll talk to you guys later.
For a minute, I was stay, I just lose it, had no shame.